clean now, very good wife. That's the same thing she said to the next one, okay? Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl, Aisheey Verano here, and today I have a guest. It's Jamie Lee.
Hi.
Hi. So first of all, shout out to our coordination today, which was unplanned. I came downstairs and I saw her wearing this and I was wearing this and I'm like, oh, I guess that's that.
Came to brighten up your day.
Yes, energy. All right, let's get into it. Should you marry into a family that do not like you?
You know, it's one of them ones because like you could either have the guy who just be like, this is what I want and I'm gonna let it what I want. But I remember meeting some parents and thinking we is not gonna get along. Being a sister and be like, we are not getting along.
Right.
Meeting the dad and be like, please don't approach me like that, sir. I am with your son, sir. But hey,
I have some questions. I have some questions. You can't just say those things and then be like, okay, so first of all, have you ever met a family, like you were dating the boy and you met the family and you did not like them, or they didn't like you? Let's start from them.
I feel like I remember meeting, like, number one, like obviously I'm Caribbean, so certain things to me don't make sense, and I remember just I didn't bow to her as I ought to have, and then she gave me the dirtiest look on the planet, and I just remember thinking like, why are you looking at me like that? Like, what did I do? You
know who I have a problem with? Who? The guy you were dating. Because he knows his mom, right? Or dad or whoever did that, right? He knows his mom, so he should know what his mom finds acceptable when it comes to greeting. He should have given you a heads up. He gave me a heads up to say that she can be very picky. So what did he tell you to do?
He was like, just smile, just be very polite. I think he thought that I knew what to do when I'm meeting an African mother. And in the Caribbean, it's like, hey, Miss Ming, how are you? It's nice to meet you. In Africa, it's hello, ma. Hello, auntie. Like, hello, sir. And in my head, I was thinking, I don't know these things. Like, I know them now. I still ain't gonna do them now. But
yeah, then don't get with an African person if you want to.
So she disliked me. She physically disliked me. And I remember just sitting in her living room, being on my best behavior. And she was, you know when they're talking about you in another language, because how are you looking at me in my eye, looking me up and down and squawking to whoever you're squawking to, and you know, turn around and squawk.
For me, on a personal level, I blame him. He should have told you exactly what was required. And shout out, if you're ever introducing someone to your parents or whatever, let them know what to expect. Let them know, see, my mom is about this life. When you see her, if you're not going to kneel to say hello to her, don't come and see my parents. You need to put your foot down, because at the end of the day, it's your parents. If you don't want this to happen, then you need to tell them what they need to do. And if they don't want to do that, then maybe you shouldn't be with that person. Just say it. Of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. How is it gonna last?
And his dad was overly affectionate, which made his mum even more annoyed. Whenever I went round, like, his dad would hug me. He'd be like, I think dad was looking for a third, fourth wife or something like that. But he would hug me, he would talk to me, he would give me so much attention, and then his wife would walk in and they'd just have these like I don't know what they were talking about, but you know when somebody's having like a tit for tat moment, and then he just do the most random things, and I remember just feeling so uncomfortable with that family, thinking I could never be a part of this family. Like, if I had your child and we were together, we would not be spending Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, Easter, whichever holiday it is, we're not spending this because me and her have problem. And then his number one, if you're in a Caribbean household, the expectation is that the mum will cook. She will not come and ask you to come and do dishes. She'll tell you to sit down and relax, okay? Because it is her house. And Caribbean women are very picky. We don't want anybody in our kitchen. My girl asked me to come to the kitchen and start, can I cook fufu?
So what exactly did she tell you to come help her with?
She wanted me to come and help her with the cutting, the washing, and all these things.
And this is why I blame him, because he should have told you, this is how my mom is. As soon as she goes into the kitchen, go with her. Be like, oh, ma, is there anything I can help you with? You know what's interesting? All she wanted was for you to ask. 9 out of 10, they don't even want you just doing anything for them. But you should have been like, oh, you know, he should have told you this is what you need to say. Do you, you know, can I help you with anything? You know, and help her and go into the kitchen and just stand there and be
but we do ask, but we don't ask the first time I come round. Like, if I like, so I've dated a Yimbo, Caucasian people, and normally when you're in you meet them the first time.
Caucasian.
Yeah. Yeah. You meet them the first time, you meet the mom, and you're like, oh yeah, and then you sit down for a little bit, you kind of gauge what's going on, you observe, and they'd be like, oh, do you want some help? Is there anything I can do? That's what you do, but I don't come in, I haven't even sat down. I'm not sat. I've not taken seats. I'm at the door, and you're expecting me to come and help you in the kitchen. Like, at least let me see the kitchen first. Let me see the kitchen.
And she wanted you to see the kitchen today.
And in my head,
she's like, you go see that kitchen today, honey. Today.
And you know what's really bad? They had an argument. My partner at that time and his mother had an argument over me. And I just remember just thinking, I'm going to have to remove myself from this.
Right.
Because I can't have you arguing with your mother over me because I don't understand this. Listen, if you're Caribbean out here and you think, we're all Africans at the end of the day, culture clash. There's a huge culture clash that nobody speaks about. Nobody speaks about it.
I think, and I say this in general because you have to be, if you are interested in, you know, merging cultures or whatever, you have to be flexible. You cannot be like, oh, I can't do this, or this is not how I'm brought up, this I can't, you know, and expect the other person to receive you. I think that's the thing. And also I think with partners, he messed up.
He did mess up.
Because the reason why I say that is my mom is so different. In the sense that she don't need you to bow, she don't need none of that, right? She does not need that, right? So if you come, as long as you say hello to her, she does not care. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a thing, right? Like, I've had all sorts of friends, even some of them, I'm like, you know, your ass is disrespectful, right? I'm the one that has the issue, you know, but she doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Right? So my thing is, if she was meeting anyone or my brother's girlfriend or whatever, it wouldn't be an issue for her. However, you know your mom ain't that kind of girl. You know your mom is in proper, like, wherever she's from. Like, she's very, very into that culture. You should have warned your partner. You should have told your mom that, okay, ma, just, you know, give her some leeway. She's not from here. She's just learning things, but she's nice. Tell them, you should have spoken to you. See, mom, as soon as you get into that house, be like, mom, can I follow you to the kitchen? Is there anything you need help with? Let her say no before you sit down. Do you know what I mean? He'd have given you those things, because I could have coached you on that if you were my friend.
He gave me some information, but
not good enough.
He wasn't, and I was like, why do you want me to meet her so quickly? And he's like, I just want to introduce you to my parents and my family. And I thought to myself, okay, this is normal. Like, all right, I understand. He didn't meet my mum because
for obvious reasons.
But I was like, okay, but then it happened, and I just remember thinking, like, I've had like an experience where me and a sibling didn't get along, and that was awkward. But then it was just like his sibling, like, we were just, his mum liked me, like his dad liked me, like his rest of the family liked me, but me and this girl, we went to similar schools. Like, her school was here and my school was here, and we just had I'm going to say beef from when we were young. So when I started dating her brother, and we had beef from when we were in secondary school.
Right.
It was like,
so the beef just continued.
It just continued. We just give each other the worst looks. Like, we were just so rude to each other.
Right.
But we were never rude to each other in front of the family. It'd just be like behind the back.
Privately, like, I don't like you.
Yeah, I never liked you. Day I didn't like you. Year 7, we've been having arguments. Like, you threatened to beat me up one time. I threatened to do. That's okay. That's fine.
Okay. Nothing that can get you arrested, right?
That was quite a long relationship, so it didn't really hinder anything. So I think, like, if you're going to marry into a family that doesn't like you, it depends on who doesn't like you.
The mom doesn't like you. Let's throw scenarios out here.
If the mom doesn't like you, it's not working. Because if my mom doesn't like you, if your mom doesn't like your partner, it's gone. The thing is,
the only reason, if my mom doesn't like you because of the way my mom is, if she does not like you, then something is wrong with you. So I trust her judgment enough to say she doesn't like you is for a reason. I might not know now, but she doesn't like you for a reason. So that's different. However, if I know my mom is overly, like for example, she doesn't like me because like people from this area, that is cap.
Excuses.
I'm not gonna stand for that. Do you know what I mean? Like I would still date who I'm dating. It is what it is, right? But if like I had a mom who I know is tribalist, I have a mom who I know is this, oh my god, or just overly my business, but nothing substantive is the problem. I will not. If my mom don't like you, it's done.
If my dad didn't like you, that's his business.
Exactly. Exactly. We'll not talk about it further. But
if my uncle, because I have an uncle who's really dear to my heart, if my uncle turned and said, not this one, Jeremy, don't go near this one, I'd be like, me and you, we're not go together, you know? You might as well leave now.
What if your friend doesn't like them?
It have to be, it depends.
What if I didn't like your partner?
If you didn't like my partner, we would sit down and discuss some of them, because you may see things that I might not see. You might be seeing red flags all over the place, and I'm just here like, but he's so fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it depends. But it was just like some random, like I had a friend and I never introduced her to my partner. So for 4 years, she never got introduced to my partner. And the reason for that is because this is some tea. We're not gonna name no names, but she had a best friend and she was sleeping with her best friend's partner. And she was telling me about sleeping with her best friend's partner. And she wanted to meet my partner, and I said he's busy.
For 4 years.
He was real busy for 4 years.
For 4 years he was busy, and she fell for that crap.
Like, why can't I meet him? And I'd be like,
because your ass is loose.
He's busy.
I'm disloyal.
So if she turned around and said, because she had met like a previous partner before she started sleeping, that was
right.
And she didn't want to tell him. She wanted him to keep it quiet and not tell the girlfriend. And when she told her, that's a different one.
Ooh, girl, I need to know this. Are you gonna tell me this privately or what?
I'm gonna tell you privately.
Alright, cool. I might tell you all.
But
get to 2,000 subscribers and I just might spill the tea.
But if she turned around and said, I didn't like your partner, I'd be like, that's your business.
No, I hear that. I think for me, should you marry into a family that does not like you, I would say it depends on your partner. And I say that because partners are able to draw boundaries. If your partner fails to draw boundaries and you have to feel that this family does not like you, then you already know what it is. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say the mom did not like me and said something rude to me one day, and my partner stepped in and said, Mom, you're not going to speak to her like that.
That's a man.
We will talk about this privately. And then when I wasn't there, they talked and he said, this is who I've chosen. This is how you're going to treat her. And that's that. Hun, I will be comfortable
walking in and out of the house,
dating you, marrying you, being in the same family with you because I know you have my back.
I be smiling at her face when I see her. You're right, ma'am.
Exactly. I would be so polite. It wouldn't matter, right? But knowing that my man has my back and like knows that I have good character, I'm not going to disrespect your mother. So if your mom is coming at me, then he knows to step in, right? I have family members that their partners, their husbands will ride for them. So their mom, fathers, whatever, they know not to come at their wife because he will stand up for his wife. Do you know what I mean? So in situations like that, I would be comfortable. I'm like, yes, my man got this. I ain't got no issues. That is cool. However, if you're a mama's boy and you're dating me and your mom is talking sideways and you're just there like, oh, don't worry about it, honey. No. You worry about your mom, I'll leave you. Did you help her in the kitchen?
No.
Yeah, she was not gonna like you.
I was not going to help anybody in the kitchen. I remember just sat there and me and his dad was parring, and we were all just parring, like me and his siblings.
Your dad is probably petty as hell as well, because you can be nice enough to someone without being to the point where your wife feels that uncomfortable.
No, she would literally, it got this is why I had to remove myself. Like, although as the first, I feel like that's like an African thing. If you introduce somebody to your mother, you're obviously serious about them.
let me just say this.
It's not the same.
It's not, let me just say this. Don't fall for it if you're watching this, right? Just because he introduced you to his mom does not mean he introduced other women to his mom as well, around the same timeline as well, especially mommy's boys. Mommy's boys, they don't mind if their boy is doing all sorts. So you will be like, I like you now, very good wife. That's the same thing she said to the next one, okay? Don't fall for it. It's happened to me before, so yeah, don't fall for it.
No,
yeah.
but with this situation,
he introduced multiple people to his mom. He did. And here I was thinking, like, and he was like, I introduced you to my mom, blah 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 blah. The mom, after a while, the mom even called me to the side and was like, what are you guys doing, really? Like, so I guess she just got tired of it at some point because it was out here introducing multiple people. So yeah, don't fall for it. Look at the person in totality, not just that, not just the fact that they introduced you to someone. Look at them as a whole package.
Yeah, you kind of do.
You have to. Don't fall for the thing. Have you ever met a family, loved them, but did not like the guy that much?
And then you're just looking at the guy thinking you couldn't be slightly different because I want to marry you.
I was like, oh my god, I want to marry your family.
You get on with the sisters, the brothers, the mums, and at one point I even got along with the nan so much that she was buying me Christmas presents, and I was just like, I love your family, but you.
That's the thing, isn't it? Oh god. Hopefully we marry into families that love us.
Oh no, I am.
Yeah.
And so are you.
Amen to that.
Because otherwise my mum's gonna fight.
Okay. She don't play. She does not play. On that note, thank you so much for watching. What do you guys think about this topic? Should you marry into a family that does not like you? Can you hack it? Are you married into a family that does not like you? Let us know in the comment section below. And yes, girl, we are rocking these tops, bring in the summer feel even though it's winter. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you know every single time that I post. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. At this point, I'm begging for thumbs up. So please give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, make sure you share this video. Love you guys. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.